Think about all of the people in your life who have made some kind of goal or promise to themselves and I've told you about it, but then a few weeks go by, maybe a few months, and then there's no progress. You don't ask them how they're doing with their goals. They never mention it ever again, and then you all forget about it and nothing happens and nobody achieves anything. You don't hold them accountable and nothing happens. We all know that one guy who says he's going to do something, but then he gives up very, very quickly. You don't want to be that guy. In this video, we're going to talk about how to properly set up your goals for yourself so that you will 100% complete them, achieve them without fail. Let's get right into it. So the number one reason why most of our goals just plain suck is because they're too vague. We're too vague when we make them. Whether it's, I just want to lose some weight, or I want a promotion in my job, I want to win the lottery, whatever it is. And when you make a vague goal like that, it's essentially you're trying to dream that reality into existence when things don't work like that. Real life doesn't work like that. You have to take actionable steps to get closer to that dream of making it and turning that goal into reality. And so you actually need to make two goals for yourself. One of them is a long-term goal. You need to set a deadline, a time frame. I want to achieve this by this time, this calendar date. If you want to lose weight, I want to lose 3 pounds in the next 30 days. Be very, very specific. That's the first type of goal that you want to make for yourself. The second type of goal that you want to make is, what are your inputs? What are the things that you can control to get yourself closer to that ultimate end goal? So the first goal is your end goal. The second goal is things that you can control for yourself on a daily basis. Think of your end goal like a puzzle where you have to bring all the pieces together and put them together in a way that completes the overall picture and the end result. The process of bringing all the pieces together is the second goal that you need to make for yourself. It's the daily actions that you can make every single day to get you closer to that end goal and end result. So if you're trying to lose 3 pounds over the next 30 days, then you need to reverse engineer what it takes for you to actually achieve that. How have other people achieved it? Break it down. One of the most daunting parts of committing to a goal is really prioritizing it and making the effort to understand it, because if you treat it with respect, then you're going to be dedicated to actually doing the work and figuring out what it is that you need to do to actually achieve it. So do your homework, right? Be very pragmatic, be very thorough in your approach. Okay, if I want to lose 3 pounds over the next 30 days, how have other people done it? What can I do to emulate that same result? Do I need to count my macros? Do I need to keep track of everything that I'm eating? Do I have to work out a set number of times every single week? What is it that gets you closer to losing 3 pounds in 30 days? And when you isolate what it is that you have to do every single day, then just do it every day. Make that your new goal. That's your second goal, is I'm going to commit to working out for 30 minutes every single day. I'm going to commit to eating healthy every single day. Those are things that you can control. It's much more effective to work to that type of second goal rather than just saying, I want to lose weight at some point, right? It's much more specific, much more focused, and much more clear in the actions that you need to take every single day. The tough part in achieving your goals is actually the achieving part. What do you do to actually get there? That journey from where you are now to the end result that you're looking for. A lot of times it's just staying consistent, and in anything that you're striving to do, you're always going to reach different levels of resistance, even though you're trending upwards. So imagine that you're making progress, you're losing weight. Now you could be doing this for 5 days straight, but you're not seeing any real benefits. You're not seeing any physical changes in your body yet. You still feel quite tired, lethargic, whatever it is. You don't feel like you're very accomplished, and it's just a chore. And the biggest tragedy is actually making the decision to not continue at that point. And that's what I call the first level of resistance, where actually, if you macro out and you zoom out, you're actually making gains. You're trending upwards. You've still got 25 days left for your 30-day goal. You're judging yourself after 5 days. It's moving in the right direction. You're making a very biased assumption at this very singular moment in time, which is gonna really impact whether you're gonna achieve that end result or not. There's two diverging paths at this stage. One is, okay, I'm gonna continue even though I don't feel good, even though I don't see the results. I believe in the process, I believe in the method, I believe in the research, the diligence that I did, and when I'm looking at other people and how they achieve that result, I can do the same. I'm just gonna believe it and trust it and have faith. Or you can say, this is painful, it hurts too much, I'm too tired, I'm not seeing results, I'm so busy, there's other things going on, right? Very two different choices. And this is really the critical moment in time of whether or not you're gonna achieve or fail. It's that first level of resistance that you hit, and you have to break past that, right? And I can't tell you how to do it. You have to figure out for yourself. It's very, very hard. It can be very hard, but if you can do it the first time, then it means that when you hit that second level of resistance, it's going to be much easier for you. There's nothing in life is going to be smooth sailing, right? Very rarely are there things in life where you're striving to achieve and it's super easy. And yeah, I'm going to make a decision, flick a switch, and then I'm going to achieve it in like a week. Easy. Life doesn't work that way, right? You know that, and I know that. You know, the things that are worth achieving takes work. You have to be able to overcome those obstacles, and sometimes it helps to be prepared. Think about what are the things that could get in the way. You know, what are your enemies? A great book by Patrick Bet-David, Your Next 5 Moves. He talks about your enemies. Whatever you want to achieve, whatever goals that you set, you're going to have enemies, right? If you want to lose weight, then your enemies are the candy bar, right? That's hiding in your food cupboard. Potentially friends who invite you out, you know, to the cinema or something to eat out, or, you know, have Five Guys or whatever it is. Like, these are your enemies. So be very clear about the enemies that you're going to face when you're embarking on this journey to achieve your goal or your dream or whatever it is that you set for yourself. That's very, very important. If you plan ahead and if you're conscious of those challenges and those problem areas that could arise and come around the corner and hit you in the face, then the more prepared you will be in able to handle those levels of resistance on your journey to achieving your end goal. And then this last one, which I've done a complete 180 in these past couple of years, where I used to think that, you know, you want to hold yourself accountable to something by telling as many people as you can about it. Hey, I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to do this. Hold me accountable. Watch me. And when you put something out there, the idea, hypothetically, you're forcing yourself to actually rise to the challenge and prove to other people that you can do it. But you're going to feel ashamed of yourself and embarrassed because you've said something and you can't, you know, you're not meeting your word. And I used to think that that was a really effective way of holding, you know, yourself accountable via other people. And actually, I disagree with that today, because when I think about when I used to do that a lot, you know, I used to tell my family, my mom, my close friends, hey, I'm going to do this thing, watch me. When I reflect back, I wasn't doing it from a position of, okay, now I'm in the shit, now I have to rise to the challenge. I was doing it kind of like in a novel way, where I'm saying, hey, I have these big lofty goals, I'm awesome, I'm going to achieve these things, right? So it wasn't really coming from a place of self-care, and my priorities were a bit out of whack. So nowadays, I'm actually a big proponent of just letting your actions do the talk. And if you have big lofty goals, you know, keep them to yourself, and just you owe it to yourself to achieve them. You don't owe it to anybody else. And when you really value yourself and the lifestyle that you want to achieve for yourself, then that should be motivation enough for you to go out there and get it, right? So when you care enough, you will make the effort to do your due diligence, to figure out and reverse engineer how to get to your end result. You will do your due diligence to actually find clarity on those first type of goals, which is what is it, by when. And then by doing that, you're going to then determine your second type of goal, which is what are my inputs on the daily basis? What are the things that I have to do every single day to achieve my what and when? And that really is all there is to it. You know, it's not rocket science. It's just a commitment to yourself if you care enough. And if you don't care enough, then, you know, there's nothing that I can say, nothing that you do that will work, that will help. Because if you don't care enough, then what's the point? There's going to be 20 other different things in your day that you're going to prioritize more than this thing, right? It's just not important enough for you. And you'd rather go out and go drinking with your buddies, or you'd rather go out and eat, you know, unhealthy foods or whatever it is. And that's fine too. That's okay. You know, live you, do you, enjoy your life. But just don't say you want to achieve something and have a goal, this lofty, you know, end target, if you don't actually want it. And I think that is one of the biggest mistakes that people make, is saying meaningless things, meaningless phrases that they're not actually serious about, because they don't actually care about it. So if you want to join a group of like-minded people like yourself, like myself, who we do have goals, you know, don't join the group because you want to share all your ambitions and all your dreams, but share it because you want to join an environment of people who will support you, who, when you have questions of how to level up yourself, how to become better, how to acquire new skill sets, how to quit your job, work on your own terms, become your own boss, then check out the link in the description below where you can learn more about that. In the meantime, check out this video, which I think you might find interesting as well. Until next time, bye-bye.